Hey everyone. I recently made a purchase and I kind of figured like this is a perfect purchase to do a YouTube video on because I've got a lot of work to do to it, a lot of renovation, and I literally just purchased it. We're putting the license plates on today, and I'm going to take you guys along with me on this crazy journey we're about to go on. Let's get after it. So what we have here is a 1990 Ford Econoline F350 box truck, you would call it, but I'd call it a box van. And the original owners are from Illinois. The company's still on there, so you can look it up from that phone number real easy. But yeah, it still has a DOT number. We got to get that off. We're putting the license plates on today and cleaning it out because I live in Minnesota and I dug this out of. So I live in Minnesota and it's February right now. Just turned February, and I dug this out of an alley in North Minneapolis. And I don't know if you're from around here or not, but that's ghetto. There was do-rags in the back. The whole thing was supposed to be emptied out. It was completely full. It was a 2-day process. I unfortunately had to help get their stuff out. But at the end of the day, the title transferred, and I got the keys, and it made it here by itself with way too much oil in it. Yeah, I changed my hat, and I had to move my truck there. Interesting fact: the van and that truck have the same oil, 5W30, which is really cool. Both Motorcraft Fords. So it's just really easy for me to kind of start working on it. And like I was saying, I dug this out of the ghetto of Minnesota, one of the many. They're all over. No, I don't care where you move in any state, you will find ghetto. You will find poverty. It's around. But anyway, let's get back to this. So we got it running. It didn't even run when I first got there. Turned out to be a starter solenoid. So it's got a brand new one of those in there, brand new battery. It's a good base to start on, but we've got a lot of work to do on that engine before we get to anything fun in the box. I've got a lot of big plans, but she's got good tires, and the engine right now needs help. We need to make sure it's reliable, legal, and then we're going to move on to the box. Hopefully, we can make that happen within, let's shoot for 3 weeks. 3 weeks of getting it as reliable as that truck right there that I drive to work every day. 3 weeks. So we're starting with an oil change today. Let's get at it. But first, we've got to start with the basics, which is cleaning, because you're seeing this all raw. This thing, I moved it once since it got here, but 2 days ago it rolled into the driveway, and I haven't done anything to it, clearly. Another interesting fact is this is all fiberglass. I mean, that back rail there that goes up and across the top, that's all steel, but the sides, the top, everything is fiberglass. And this is not a 2-seater van. That window right there is, I'll show you in a minute, but there's 2 seats that face each other in that little fiberglass shell in the front. It's really, really cool. So before we get to putting the license plate on, let's give you a little tour. I got the hood open right now because I was kind of working. I was putting a third starting solenoid in there because it was -6 the other day when I tried to move it, and let's just say she wasn't very happy about it. Let's start up here in the front. So clearly we need a grill. We need some tail light. We might need some turn signals. It's got a new radiator in it because I don't know if you can tell, but it was hit right there. So we've got to do a little metal work, nothing crazy, just a little bending. Like I said, new tires. From what I can tell, they don't look dry rotted or anything. And I don't plan to make this thing stupid pretty on the outside because the goal is it's going to be a livable, a completely off-grid livable thing, but an entity in itself. But it's going to be more. What's the word for that? Like low profile, incognito. It's going to be very stealthy. There's a guy on YouTube who has, I think it's a FedEx truck or something like that, or no, it's a similar deal, and his is pretty stealthy. I'm going another level. Like, even the police scanning around this thing with a flashlight would never figure it out. I'm going to that level. So anyway, here's the front. We have no idea what turn signals, headlights, hazards. We have no idea if any of that works. I didn't even wear a seatbelt. I drove this thing from North Minneapolis up here. I live in Anoka, with the window down, my arm out the window, no seatbelt. I don't even know if it has seatbelts. I've seen some of them, but all right. Under the hood that we can open, kind of. You can't see a whole lot. You see the battery. You can get the star solenoid on the other side, but down there is a 7.5 liter V8. It's got 30 to 50 years, I believe, of a really good reputation of being reliable. And yeah, it should. The engine's got 75,000 miles on it. I believe it's original. We'll find out more as we go along, but I believe we've got a good runner here. We just got to take care of her because nobody really has seemed to do that. And we got the other side, and I don't know if you noticed, but there's some damage on the right side. Let's go back to that here. This is going to be the worst part to fix right here. So it's going to be a little tough to see from this side, but no, you can see it pretty good. Yeah, it's caved into there, and that's 100%. I can fix that 100%. But that corner piece, that aluminum there, that is cast aluminum, which means when I go to bend this back, and those looks like bolts are rivets, but when I go to bend that back, that is most likely going to break and break and break. So we're not doing that until it gets warm out for sure. And most likely just JB welding it, trying to make it look like we didn't fix it. All right. So again, this metal van body is sealed up to this fiberglass shell. This is aluminum here. That's fiberglass. Metal. 3 different things. And, you know, in the future we'll be insulating under here, putting a light bar. I've got 2 light bars we'll be putting up there. Like I said, big plans. Go back over here to this side. No idea if those indicator lights up there work. We do have some power for lighting in the back, but no idea if that works. So here we've got a little more damage to fix. And on the back, this step is not held on. I can get that under, but you see what I'm talking about. It's hard for me to walk in the snow. I need new boots. Yeah, so let's open, well, we're not gonna open her up yet. Let's do these license plates and check my one-hand scale. Most people hate rust, but rust is what's holding this bolt onto my socket right now. And honestly, I appreciate it. This is a fairly ideal job for doing one-handed. I just got to work on that camera work. All right, where'd the other bolt go? This is probably where somebody would normally do like a time lapse or something and some music, but we don't need any of that, right? The only reason you're probably here is you're either really bored or you own one. Or the third option, you want to own one. Alright, so yeah, if you want to look me up, that's me. I don't really care, I got nothing to hide. But on to the front. Wait a second. We just did a dummy. I don't know, you're gonna love this part. I don't know if you realize what I just did, but what happened was we put 2 license plates on the back, So yeah, that's a thing. Paying more attention to my cable work because you know, I watch YouTube videos too. And I like watching what they're doing, not what they're not doing. Alright, now onto the front. It helps to have a license plate to put on the front. You know what's really nice is, this is actually pretty rare with a Minneapolis purchase. All the license plate bolts are the same. And they're not only, there's very little room in here. They're not only the same, but I think they're stock. The guy was actually supposed to put whiskey plates on, and he didn't. He did not have a driver's license. He told me that. You know, oh, I probably should have told you what I bought this for, but I bought this for $1,000. And that's a bargain and a half, I tell you. Alright, we'll get these on, we'll go clean. Let's go show you the back, now that she's all legal to sit here. We're going to take a step back here for a minute, and we're going to get the snow off the roof. So it's really just ice, but snow ice mixture, so we can have better visibility in there because it has kind of a see-through ceiling and about 6 inches of ice and snow. So let's get it done. Not the best camera angle that I can get you, but basically I'm gonna be up here on my truck in slippery ass boots, standing on the railing because I can't find my ladder. This is a must-have, by the way. Amazon purchase. I mean, I had to put some screws in it to basically keep it like this, but if you have a truck or a box truck, you need either this or bigger, you know? Even if I had a car, this is really nice. Had that for at least a year now. Hopefully they all come off like this. Hopefully it don't take me. I'm gonna make a mess. What are you gonna do? You almost need a pry bar or a shovel. This is gonna be like an hour of work. And yeah, you know, remember when I was saying that this is really nice? What I meant was, see, what happened was, what I meant is the design is good. Material quality, not so much. I'm not really that bummed out about this, honestly, because I kind of want to build my own. I'm gonna go get a shovel. let's see how this Amazon purchase does. I should probably stop buying shit off of there. We all probably should. You want something that's high quality and built right? Build it yourself. Pay someone else. Maybe just gonna put it in my truck for now. This seems like it's gonna get the job done. Cover the jumper cables, don't worry about that. I mean, this is a fiberglass roof I'm doing in this too. It's so sketchy. I mean, you feel like you're gonna just, like, there's no way it's gonna be in good condition in the spring. Lucky for us, not too worried. A lot of weight. My truck bed's bouncing. No. It's really nice that they're coming off like this. Maybe a third or a fourth. Holy shit. I don't think this one's almost stepped off my truck. I don't think this one's going in the bed. Looks like a glacier. Fucking iceberg. To the other side. All right. Super sketchy. These are so bad on ice. I'm so tempted to just crawl or get up here. Just on the edge. That wouldn't do me a whole lot of good. Trying to scrape some of this away so the light comes through. You know, it really don't matter that little powder's up there. I think I'm only going to be able to get to about half of this today. Because I don't have a ladder. Let's move the truck back a little, get the rest that we can, and move on. Yeah, not creepy a little bit, like creepy a lot of it. People just rolling by like super slow in a, you know, busted down Chevy. You getting a good look at the goods? Yeah, we're definitely have almost half of the roof cleared. Everybody wants to own a box truck until it's time to do box truck stuff. Lucky for me, next winter, little sneak preview. Next winter there's going to be a deck up here and a built-in ladder. It's going to be so easy. Sketchy, super sketchy, but easier. Normal shovel. I didn't even think about being up there with ice. Anyway, let's go inside now. Can't reach much farther. I'm not gonna get it perfect, not worry about it. Let's go inside now and start to let's give you a good inside tour and clean up a little bit. Maybe time lapse it. Neighbors got their puppy dog out. I love that little husky. I gotta go say hi. He's so cute. He's loving the winter. Anywho, I believe this is where we left off. Talking about that damage right there. Let's hop up here and take a look. There's also a ramp down there. That'll be taken out eventually, but came with that and a ramp to, you know, do box truck stuff. So, I'm about 6'2", and as you can see, I actually just about touched the door when it's up. We've definitely got room for insulation, and with the flooring, the ceiling, all that stuff, it's gonna be, you know, not the tallest thing in the world, but it's gonna be okay. All right, so let's look at this damage. Again, this is all fiberglass. You can see where we cleared the snow off of. It doesn't look like much. It's a little farther than that, but that's where I was scraping. It's not super sunny out today, but so here's the inside of that damage. Not the worst thing I've ever seen, and not the best, but we can work with it. This is exact dimensions of queen size bed, go figure, because of the cab and how they set it up. So I'll probably end up putting a, you know, this is a, you know, probably extend it out just a little bit, put a closet on that side maybe, who knows. But this big overhang is definitely going to be nice. And past from that wall to there is about 16 feet on the dot. So it gives you an idea of what we're working with here. And those are those lights I was talking about. That one's in good condition. And that one's not so much. But all right, let's go into the cab. I haven't even seen it, checked if the door works. Again, this is how I got it. That's how I brought it here. It did not have any coolant in it at all. Yeah. So we've got a seat here and a window. And on this side we also have a seat and a window. Apparently it used to be yellow. Can't say I hate it. The visor's around here somewhere, but that's the engine cover. Econoline. Automatic. The blower is working, you know, the radio lights up. I don't know what else to say, really. It's got crank windows. It's got the third window up there. I love that. I used to have a truck with those, and I'm so happy I have that. Some netting. It's carpeted in here. A little hard to pick up on, but it's carpeted in this little area here only. And I am excited, super excited to take this from this very, very bad looking interior and transform it. We've definitely got some metal work to do. Some welding up here. You can see the floor. That whole driver spot's probably gone. I don't know about this one. The steps are in good condition. It's got a little step down there. I don't know what else to say, really. It's apparently there's a dome light there that you can hit your head on. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I sat in this little area and it's just, you know, sit here now. Super comfy. I mean, the seats gotta be replaced with fabric in my opinion, but it's not bad. I mean, I definitely dig it. I'm 6'2" right now and I am slouching like crazy. And it's hard to tell, but there's tons of room in here. I'm just trying to get you a look at that carpet. Let's see if the door shuts. Or moves even. Probably gotta lube it with some WD. Yeah. Oh man, she's stiff. Alright, let's get cleaning. Ugh. Got lots of work to do. Alright, so unfortunately, phone died and couldn't record this part, but you know, all I did was sweep up and I started tearing out the wood and, you know, wherever basically that it just kind of came up. And underneath there, we're gonna have some tar from the original company. It's not gonna be pretty work, but since we're tearing it all out,
You know, I don't think it'll be too bad. Just a lot of scraping and stuff. We'll get there one day. But I'm going to plug you in now to battery pack. And we're going to get going on this mess. Not 100% sure why I'm recording this, but I gotta get rid of something on my screen. But, because you can't see much, right? I don't know where my tripod is. I do have a tripod. That's why I also didn't do that. But, I don't know. I guess you're gonna see what I find. You know, you get a car from the ghetto, and you find a lot of interesting stuff. I mean, I found, like, this adjustment knob for a subwoofer. You'd plug it in, and you'd be able to adjust something on it. I think it was for a subwoofer. Trash. But, I told you when I was clearing their stuff out and putting it in the alley, he didn't even show up the second day that I came to pick it up. I told him I was going to be there at 10 a.m. They stopped cleaning the other day. Like, they're like, fuck this. So I just put all their stuff in the alley. But, yeah, I told you I found a do-rag and diapers and just everything you can think of. I'd say everything you can't even think of. What we got in here? Oh, cigarettes, yeah. And he smoked in here for recreation. He literally tells me this. I should have said something like, thanks, dude. Because he's like, yeah, you know, she wouldn't let me smoke in the house, so I'd come out here and smoke. Dude, smoke outside like a normal smoker if you're going to smoke. No, he wrecks it. Wrecks the vehicle. Luckily, there's really no headliner. Looks like it's a piece of cardboard. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's not going to be too bad. I'll probably replace this carpet in this area anyway. So, Newports. No way. Oh, shocker. Yeah, he's an African-American male. He showed up wearing salmon pink pants. You know, salmon, that light pink. My girlfriend was there, and she's like, where is he? Where is he? And the third time she asked me, I was like, what are you talking about? He's right there. The person in the pink pants? Yep. Been here the whole time. Moors and Newports. Wow, you're just a turd. I could go on and on about that whole ordeal. I don't know if you want to hear that crazy story, but did I even tell you the story? I don't think I did. My little Facebook, I told you probably a little bit about it, but I'll run you through a brief history here. So I was after talking with him, I was under the understanding that, well, first off, he didn't respond for 2 or 3 weeks. Said he was locked out of his phone, and I actually gotta give him credit that he let me come by it because I believe him 100% when he said he had like 30 messages. He sent me proof. I didn't even look at it, but this was $1,000 box truck running and driving. Drove here with 75,000 miles on it for $1,000. So I gotta give him credit. He picked me and told him I'd come get it. And even if I had to tow it, I was ready to tow it. So after talking with him, I had an understanding that I was going to meet there at 10 a.m. and we didn't talk about it, but I'd kind of assume if you're selling a vehicle, you'd show up with the title and the keys, minimum. But we definitely did talk about the box being emptied because he said, oh, there's some boxes and couches in there, not much. It was plumb full, and not everything was in a box, just strewed about. But yeah, so I show up and he shows up a half hour. He shows up 10:30. The title and keys show up 2.5 hours after that. After 2 hours after he shows up, because they're at his mommy's house. Yeah, so then they get to work unloading it. I had 4 hours to pick up a vehicle. You do not think that you would need 4 hours to pick up a vehicle. Apparently you needed more than that. But hopefully I'm not swearing too much on here. I'm trying to keep it clean. But I am a person who swears. I believe like everyone kind of has the right. It's that's our speech. It's our language. But anywho, so they get to unloading it, and I run to the auto store, get a starter solenoid, put it in, fire it up. Second it fires up, I let it run, and I go back to him to do the title transfer, give him cash, and then I gotta go. I gotta go to work. I work second shift, and it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon at that point, and I just so I was actually only there for about 3 hours. Left at 1, yeah. I was only there for 3 hours, so maybe it's not as crazy. And maybe I only gave myself 3 hours. Yep. And they must have stopped unloading it when I left, because when I got back the next day, like I said, there's still half full in here. Yeah. But anyway, let's get to it. I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing me ramble. You've either skipped this part or switch videos. Alright. So some of the stuff we're keeping. This looks like some kind of tie down for cargo. It doesn't look bad. It looks very lightly used. Keep that. Try to not throw it up onto my radio up there. Can't smell anything, but it's closed. Try this. I've had so many of these things. This one seems kind of bad. I don't want it. Coolant, because it was empty. Oh yeah. I'll get back here. One nice thing of finding a box truck full of stuff, you get paper towels you can use to clean the thing. We're gonna need those. Oh god. So I just bought oil to do an oil change. We're doing that. We should be able to get to that today. I don't know. Might be doing it with a flashlight. But I told you this runs the same oil as my truck, 5W30. This is diesel motor oil jug, 1540. Let's see if you can get that. If you put yourself in my shoes and you're a potential buyer, and you know the oil level was stupid high on this thing. That is really scary, finding something like this. I mean, it's gonna hopefully it'll probably be okay, especially if I can run it before the oil change. Maybe get a lot of it out of there. Not while I oil change it, but beforehand. You warm it up, mix it up. If he was adding this for some reason, God, that's scary. I'm not kidding. That's some people's just the way they think. It's really scary. Gas treatment, STP. Yeah, I remember him saying, it runs great. Must run great if you have gas treatment in here. Oh, it's nice. Nice, not that I need them, but this is like a brand new set of jumper cables here. Probably never used. He had some troubles. Water. I thought that was a floor vent, but it's just a cover. Speaker cover for the front, actually. Disgusting tar socket. This thing must have been in here forever. And super glue. A belt. I'm just doing like box truck inventory here. Flathead screwdriver. This I'll keep. This is not a little bad. As long as it's not nasty, I keep it. I need gloves. Getting down to the dirty here. What the hell is in there? Something just stabbed the webbing on my hand. I don't think it stabbed me. Since this was like a tar, I don't know like why. I gotta do a little more research. I don't know why it seems like there's tar in here, but research on the old company that owned this, but it's so strange, and it ruined the flooring. Like, even up in the cab, I don't know if this used to be, I can't honestly tell if it used to be carpet or cardboard, because it just looks like cardboard now. Really wet, messed up cardboard. Maybe it was a utility floor. You know, that rough rubber utility mat? I don't know. But, it's going to be a long adventure. Hope you know what you signed up for. Brake wood. Need a little dustpan here. Glass. Plastic under the cardboard, which is over the layer, or under the wood, which is over the layer of wood that's covered in that tar stuff. Which kind of tells you they might have been idiots who owned it originally, because, you know, they get it all messy and they're like, let's lay some plastic down and some new wood. I don't know. I mean, it really is strange. I kind of think there's a lot of idiots out there, you know. Or I think everybody's an idiot pretty much until you meet that or talk to that one person where you're like, this person's really smart. You know, other than that, yeah, I'm definitely an idiot. I mean, I just bought this thing. I'm trying to buckle my glove right now. Come on. The struggle's real. One, these little flaps get annoying. Good gloves though. If you need some good winter gloves, like that you can work in, keep you warm. What is it? It's cowhide is one of them. Goat skin, I think might be another one. I could be wrong. As far as this, you know, being tough. And then, yeah, I mean, I've had leather ones, and leather ones will crack and dry out and everything like that. I definitely need to go get my dustpan. Funny thing is, when I was walking through here and I saw this, I'm like, I have that same Walmart towel. I don't know why it's in here. It's not mine, but I don't know why you'd have a towel in here. Maybe it floated from in there, but I don't think it's a good thing that maybe that makes me really, really cheap. I don't know. But towels at Walmart are kind of cheap. And even though this thing's been sitting on the floor, it don't look too bad. I'm not going to use it. This is, I hope all of you are just watching this and you're just as scared watching this as I am of doing it. An ashtray that we had to, the engine cover that you're sitting on right now, we had to take it off because I thought it was the starter when I first got to it. Or I decided to take it off, and the ashtray was full. So now the ashtray is, I'm looking at the ashtray. Not here, on the floor. But, Hennepin EMS. Pillowcase. DVD. Air filter. Microguard. As cheap as it gets. Wiper blade. You know, on that note too, I'll give you guys a tip. I recently realized another pack of cigarettes, Newports. Let go. Is the armrest. I recently have been taking a little more care and consideration into what I spend my money on. And wiper blades are expensive nowadays. And I go to a U-Pull our parts. I go to a scrapyard once in a while to get a part for the truck or a part for this. And you know, every single wiper blade pretty much fits every single vehicle. It just depends on the length. Unless you're somebody who cares what it looks like, next time I go you pull your parts. I'm pulling like 30 wiper blades for that my truck and my girlfriend's car and this thing, because if they look good, they're gonna work, and they're like $1 or $2 there. So, little tip: if you're not trying to spend $50. I don't even think you can get 2 wiper blades for $50. I think it's like, maybe you probably could, but $50 for 2 wiper blades that lately have seemed to last like a year, if you're lucky. In the winter, like with the ice and everything. Just no. I'm definitely done buying new wiper blades. I don't think it's a very smart thing to do anymore. Oh, those cables go in here. Almost getting to the point where I need a dustpan. Looks like we got a Black Web, not a bad brand, but it's some kind of C-port to HDMI. It's a C-port to HDMI, actually. So this is actually nice. It's not too dirty in the port. Hasn't been used much. C-port to HDMI comes in handy. I can't think of a time it does, but I don't own one. Oh yeah, here's the visor. It's where you're supposed to put your visors when you're not using them on the floor. I don't know if you knew that. Oh, jeez, what's this? Got some wires and a fuse hanging down that someone definitely put in themselves. Huh. There's a behind I got like 6 inches behind the seat, man. Holy crap. I suppose, but dang. It's so roomy in here, like. I'm on the edge of the seat right now. And my head's about 2 feet from the wall back here. I have a pretty good judge of distance. My depth perception is not as bad as that guy I like watching. I haven't recently liked watching his videos, but he's a hillbilly you could call him a hillbilly maybe, in Oklahoma. I love Oklahoma, by the way. You guys are amazing. I've got stories to tell about that, but he works on old cars, Datsun trucks specifically. I know the name of his channel. I can't think of it. Man. Hot damn, here we go again with another one. That's something he would say. But, I cannot think of his channel right now. Looks like we've got retractable seat belts in here that are all bolted up and working. That's awesome. That side looks good, too. Nothing but cigarette butts. Oh, and a fully used, I bet he's pissed when he dropped this or lost it. Maury? It's a Maury thin little cigar. Should we smoke it? No, we're not doing that. I chew, so like I'm chewing right now, so you're probably always going to see that stuff. I chew tobacco, grizzly, wintergreen pouches because I try not to chew as much. But, yeah. There's not much else in here. Just a floor that really needs to be cleaned and tore apart. That's for the radio. I don't think that's factory. I think this is an aftermarket one. What do we got here? We got green, orange, white. I don't know. This is not factory. So I don't want it. Hopefully you got a good view of my butt. Defiant little battery light. Yep. It hasn't even been used. There's a pull tab on the battery. hasn't even been used. It's brand new, which is, it's, you know, just such a wasteful mentality. You know, the kind of people I got it from, the kind of people that buy and buy and buy and buy and buy and buy. The second they have money, they spend it, you know, and we've all been there. We know what it's like, but maybe you're there right now. I'm not there. I'm done being there. I mean, yeah, I spend my money for sure, and don't always save it, but the kind of person that just buys and wastes stuff. What do we got here? Little RGB bucklight. I can't say I hate it, and it's not very dirty. Strange little deal. Yeah, so I'm gonna go get a dustpan and be back in a flash before you can even blink. All right, back at it. We got a dustpan and a lot of glass, cigarettes. Not going for perfection here, just going for not the most disgusting thing we've ever seen in our life. The funny thing too is I didn't even realize until later, but the pictures he had on the ad for this thing were from the day he bought it, which was just 4 months ago. If you made it this far in the video, I should probably tell you, I probably owe you an explanation, because about 2 years ago when I posted my last video on YouTube, you know, I made a bunch of claims that I was going to do this and do that with, you know, my projects. I've got a truck, a stunt bike, camper. You know, I got these projects I always work on. I was going to start recording them and be better at doing certain things, and none of that happened. And I can't, it's probably, I don't know if I'm going to get into YouTube full time or what I'll do. Maybe you guys can tell me if you like or want to see any more of something. And when I'm on Wi-Fi at work, you saw that, right? Hopefully I can figure out how to watch or, you know, check out your comments. I've done a lot better with my anger management. I definitely had some anger problems, and I still do, I'm not gonna lie. But I've gotten a lot better, for sure. Alright, let's try this again. Just the fact that I'm sweeping up somebody else's Newports is, like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life right now. Kind of a deal. But the floor, I have a floor now, so that's nice. I mean, I'm not even going to try to sweep the cabin area. This is all metal right here. I'll show you in a second, but the other part's smooth. So anyway, long story short, the whole YouTube thing. Not sure what's going to come of it, but, and I know not many people are probably looking at my videos, but, you know, if you do see it, if you do want to see stuff done with this box truck, if you want to see it, because it's going to get done either way, let me know, because it's definitely work. Don't pretend it's not work to take the time out to record and upload and edit and all that stuff. Alright, so again, we're not going for perfection here, but we've definitely cleaned it up a little bit. And, you know, we can walk now. We gotta maybe zip tie up those seatbelts, because that's gonna definitely bother me. Got a little more tiny work to do. It's kind of unfortunate. But, yeah. I mean, I'm 6'2", and aside from like crouching through that door backwards, which I just did, you know, it's a fairly roomy deal I've got here. It's going to take a lot of self-control to not rip up the floor in here, because as you can see now, try to focus best I can, it's a little hard to tell what we're looking at here. I think it's carpet, actually. I can see right about there. I think it is carpet, which is just disgusting. You know, I literally would rather have metal than that. And same could be said for the back. The only thing that's in good condition are these walls. We'll say good-ish condition. But, yeah, it's going to take a lot of self-control not to do that, because, like I said, first we're going to get it running good. We're going to get it legal, which is what we're going to do right now. Again, this is the head height. Got plenty of room. I haven't taken any flooring out right here yet, so let's grab the oil, some wrenches, and I'll meet you under the van. So real quick, I want to show you exactly how bad this is, and believe me, I didn't want to drive it home like this, but I did. So yeah, there's the lines over there. You can kind of see the lines where, you know, you'd be full, medium, half. There's the arrow saying full and the Ford symbol, and it's just about at the end of the Ford symbol. So it's stupid full. Hopefully, and I've been told that being full is worse than being a little low on oil. I mean, it still starts, man, but that's another reason I'm not starting it before we, sorry about the angle, before we do this oil change, is because I'm just really worried about the condition of this engine. So I'm going to do some work to it and see where it goes. We're going to start with exhaust after this, I think. Okay, so I've already taken the oil filter off. For a couple of reasons. The sun is going down. I don't have much time. Look at that. You're so pretty. Sun's going down. Don't have much time. But and I'm in the snow, the wet snow. I knew it was going to be kind of back and forth getting tools and stuff. So I tried by hand. I actually whipped out. Went old school. I normally go old school. Whip out the belt, and within a couple seconds went to a screwdriver because I don't want to waste time here. And I got the crappy microguard filter off. We replaced it with a nice Motorcraft. Yep, so she's up there. And as you can see while I'm laying here, we've definitely got some oil leaks. I mean, I just leaked a bunch of oil right there, so. But it's caked pretty good. Don't be confused about what you see here. The rust is actually not too bad on this thing for what it is and where it's been. It's really not. But I'll try to give you a little better look when we go under there to do the let's drain the oil here. I'm gonna take you with on that little journey. All right, so if you happen to have a 7.5 liter motor, you grab your 13mm wrench. I already busted it loose, but it did come loose pretty easy. And then you try not to get shot in the face with oil. I don't think it's going to come out too bad. There we go. Set your drain plug in the snow, because it's good to keep those cold and clean. And that does both. Oh, yeah. And then you pray that your pan is big enough for all the oil you're about to pull out of the motor, which is quite a bit. Probably, this takes 6 quarts. Probably about at least 7 or 8 in there, which is just scary. I mean, the only reason I don't think it's as scary is because of all the oil leak down here I see. I mean, it's been over time, but almost everything, the back differential leaks. I'll show you here while we're draining that. Well, I'm about to overfill. It's a good thing we're in the snow and this is a rental property. You're still going, huh? All right. Yeah, it's just over. My mouth got a little too close to that. Holy crap. You probably, I don't know if you caught what just happened, but we have a lake down here. A really big jug. So, yeah. I'm going to finish draining that out. I'll catch back up with you guys when we're filling this, because I got to dump this and then drain it again. But while you're down here, I want to show you around a little bit. So this is some of the leaks I'm talking about. This is the transmission. The oil pan is leaking or something really bad. And got the exhaust pipe. Manifolds are known for leaking. I don't know if this one is. I honestly think it looks pretty good. We have an exhaust leak because of whoever did this janky setup. This is fine right here. But at the other end of it, which I'll get to in a second, it's just barely, it's one kind of wedged into the other where the exhaust is, actually you can see it, it's right there. I can see it. It's, yeah, where that other muffler, I mean, we have two mufflers. For what reason, I don't know. But, and that muffler, let's just go down here. Oh, here's the other side of the box truck. So, we've got our nice flex pipe. That's sarcasm, by the way. I don't know if you can tell. So we're probably leaking right off that for sure. And probably there too. But we are definitely leaking down here at this muffler because somebody, that ramp that was in here that I took out, actually it was something else too. Anyway, is resting on the muffler, which pushed it off the hanger there and let it rest on the drive shaft. So on the drive shaft, we've got just wear marks, which aren't as easy to see right now. But yeah, there's a giant hole in that muffler, which is fine because pretty much from, not even, actually we're leaking up here too. So pretty much from like this point right here, from where the exhaust wise or comes together or is supposed to come together, all the way back needs to be replaced. Which is fine. We'll get it done. True duels. If you think I'm kidding, I'm not. Oh man, we're too old for that. Oh boy. So, yeah, I'll be back in a minute. So while I'm kind of sitting around waiting for that oil to drip out, I was looking at this thing thinking, for one, I got to get the DOT sticker off. That should have been taken off a long time ago. But I was looking at the side of it where it says Advantage Concrete. I'd read that before. I didn't think much of it. Wall foundations, footings, driveways, and sidewalks. And then up there it says concrete systems. That's why there's tar in this thing. Yeah, so it was definitely, this thing has probably been in the down and dirty for a long time. Most of its time, I would say. Let's just say most of its time. And to be honest, it could be a lot worse. Sun's going down now. I don't know if I'm gonna honestly have time for, all I'm doing is filling it up with oil at this point.
But I think it's gonna do that. That's gonna do it for today's video, everybody. And I'm going to wrap this up and get out to the bar tonight and probably the 201 bar in Anoka if you're in the area by any chance. But yeah, and upload this video hopefully, and edit it and upload it hopefully. We'll see how all that goes. But until next time, next time you probably see me, I'll be working on a house I don't have right now. You probably won't ever see this box truck again unless you guys want to, like I said. It's gonna be a journey. Oh, the name. Well, so far, my name for this thing so far, because I have a truck camper there. That truck camper is called the Doghouse. I was thinking about calling it like the Backpack or something like that, but there's actually brands out there they call them that, but mine's called the Doghouse. And this big girl, for now, I decided to call her Plan B. Because that was kind of the intention, was to build it out to be a self-sustaining solar unit. And that's a pretty good Plan B for a lot of people. If you, even like, let's say you have a house, but let's say something happens. Plan B. And I was actually going to pay for a logo that looks like the pill that women take, Plan B pill. I was going to put it on the side of the van. Who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind. But until next time, take it easy.